Hi, this is Barbara. I'm back with another video trying to teach you guys another stitch from the Tunisian Crochet World Podcast. This time we're going to do the Goblin stitch, and it's part of a pattern for the Goblin scarf that you'll see on my podcast. The first thing it wants you to do is it wants you to get a 6mm Tunisian crochet hook. You want to make a slip stitch and you want to chain 32 chains. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it to its back and work on the sides where the little bumps are, as you can see right there. The reason why we're going into the back bumps instead of the actual chain right here like we would normal, this helps stop the curving and the weaving part that you always get, like the curl up at the beginning of your scarf or beginning of your project. And you want to go into these bumps and pull up lightly. You do not want this to be a tight stitch. So all you're going to do is go into the bump. If I can do this behind camera here. Just like you would if it's the stitch. Just going to go into that bump. You're going to yarn over and pull up. Now you want to do that loosely. So what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way to the end. Now we've chained 33, but by the time we're done with this process, this row is only going to have 32 stitches in it. And that's alright, because with the Goblin stitch, you're going to alternate different positions at the end of your rows and at the beginning of your rows. So you might be skipping one, you might be going into the next one. But we'll show you that step by step. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and we're going to do a regular return pass. So we're going to go in. Okay, do our normal return pass, go through, yarn over and pull through one loop, yarn over and pull through two loops. Okay, I'm going to do that and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, now that we've done the return pass, what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and we're going to start the first row of this Goblin stitch. Now, the first row and the third row in this pattern is going to be the same except for the position of where you're going to start. Now, 2 and 4 is always going to be the same. It's going to be your backward passes where you just knit them back down to one stitch like we normally do. So the first row we're going to start is we're going to insert it in the first space. See the space right there? That hole, you can almost see it perfectly through the thing. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, is we're going to insert the hook through there, and we're going to yarn over and pull up. And then we're going to do in the next one, between the two vertical bars, we're going to do the same thing. So I would spread your stitches out like this so you can see them better. And we're just going to go in, yarn over, pull through, do the next one, into the space, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up, insert the hook, yarn over, and pull up. And it's actually going to be in between the spaces. And we're going to repeat that all the way to the end. Just going into the spaces. Oh. This is a bit hard. Alrighty. So the pattern says to do that all the way to the last 2 vertical bars. We're going to skip this space it says right here, and we're going to go into our last stitch right here. Okay, so, and of course make sure you get both loops on your end. You want that perfect little V right there. So, and the reason why, so we don't get a hole. We don't want a hole. Now, you should have your work looking like this. Right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do our return pass. So we're just going to yarn over and pull through 1 loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and we're going to continue that to the end, and we'll be back to show you how to do row 3. Alright, now row 3, it's going to tell you to skip the first 2 vertical bars and insert the hook into the space between the 2nd and 3rd bar and yarn over and pull through. So we're going to skip those 2 bars right there, that space, and we're going to go into this space right here. And we're just going to yarn over and pull up. And now we're going to continue to do that all the way, just like we did before, all the way down. All this is doing is shifting over one and back and forth. Now, all the way through here, your count should be 32 stitches. And we're going to continue to do that. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the return pass just as we normally do. And then we're going to go back to repeating row 1. And the pattern is developed by us moving from that one first space or skipping the 2nd space. So continue to do 1 through 4 until your piece is done. I think it's going to turn out to be a really nice piece. I think you'll like it. It gives a lot of texture, and it's going to give you a lot of different directional look to it. It's not going to be the same, just classic, looks like weaving. And so we're going to continue all the way down here. Continue to do our bar. And we can continue on. Trying not to snag, but I'm also trying to do this without messing up here while we're on camera. Now, so we need to go into the last space right here on this one, and then we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to go into our last stitch. We're going to go into our end stitch like we normally do. See, we're on the first row, we skipped those 2 and left that space. And on this row, we don't. We go into every stitch that's on there. And it says we should have 32 stitches. And as you can see in the instructions, I'll try to get as close as I can here. Get to focus. It's trying to give us the pattern right here of where we're going to be staggering. Staggering the stitches. But it also told us right here at the end space, and this is as it shows here at the end of row 1, skip the last space and work into it. I skipped the last 2, so that's where my mistake was. But as you can see, that's the pattern it's going to look at. Trying to give you a close-up of it. And then let me see if I can show you what close-up of the actual scarf pattern. There we go. That's the look that you're going to get with the scarf. And that is called winter essentials, and they do theirs in cotton, and I am doing mine in a satin burnettes because I want this to be something shiny. And this is going to be actually for a Christmas gift. And it's in, let's see if it gives me a colorway. Nope. Colorway number 04011. And then it says some other numbers. But this is going to be a Christmas gift. I'm starting my Christmas gifts early. I'm just going to start putting them in buckets. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully your sweater will, your scarf will look nice, just like mine's going to be. If you want to tag me and show me your scarves, just let me know. Go to my YouTube channel, Tunisian Crochet World Podcast. And I'll see you there. Bye.